What is happening, good people of YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're back here, Farming Simulator 25. This is our Rags to Riches series, episode number 23. It is the first day of October. We just woke from a nice slumber overnight. There is a nice haze over the farm. The sun is rising and it is fall. The season is fall. And in the last episode, in case you missed it, we paid off our entire $100,000 loan. So we are waking up this morning debt-free, and that is a great feeling. No more loan. And that was the main goal of this series, or goal number one, I should say, was to pay off that $100,000 loan, and we did it. And now we just have to focus on building up our bank account and working up to the production chain of the fabric shop and starting to make clothes. I mean, we could be the next Tommy John making the world's best underwear. I don't know, I'm just saying, it's a goal. We could be that guy. But also in the last episode, as you can see here, we expanded our field with our new plow, and all of this field is grass. We combined the two fields, so it's one large grass field, and that is great. We fertilized it. It's 50% fertilized, so one of the things we're going to have to do in this episode is to fertilize these fields. Now, this field here fertilized at 100%, but we still have some areas in the middle that were not fertilized 50%. So we're going to have to kind of get the fertilizer, run it around the edges here, make sure everything's 100% fertilized, just so we can get the maximum yield out of this grass field next month when it's ready to be mowed. No wood has spawned in the last episode. We did have some wood we sold. We do have lettuce, and the lettuce is starting to pile up here a little bit. We've got 4 pallets over here in this greenhouse. We've got 2 here. We've got 4 in each of the greenhouses down on the hill, and at our greenhouse over by the sheep pen, we probably have like 6 pallets. And I don't think that now's the time to sell the lettuce. I think the price still is going up, so we might wait another month or so. And we are going to have a crap load of lettuce to sell next month. So checking on the sheep and everything over on this section of the farm, we do have a whole bunch of lettuce over here that's spawned, and that is ready to be sold. And here are the sheep, and they're happy. And they are producing wool for us. Now, there's no wool pallets except for this one. Every time we do have a full wool pallet, we'll go ahead and take it over to the spinnery, because in the last episode, in case you missed it, and I don't know why you would miss it, and let's just stop right now and have a conversation about that. Why would you miss last episode if you're watching this episode? And if you did miss it, go back and watch it right now. What the hell are you waiting for? But in the last episode, we did buy the spinnery. We started our new production chain, and that production chain is the spinnery. We've got some fabric here, and we need to start it working right now. So we're going to go ahead and activate that now. So we are currently running the spinnery. We're producing fabric starting right now. We've got 3,000 liters of wool in the spinnery, and that is going to be produced into fabric. I'm really not sure how long it takes to get pallets of fabric. We're going to have to wait and see. As you can see, our sawmill might need another tree or so. That thing is working good here. Wood beams are going to be producing soon. There's 990 liters in there. Our greenhouses are really kicking ass for us, and they are producing a lot of lettuce. We got a couple of them that need some water here. The medium greenhouses need some water. Also, the small greenhouse needs some water, so we might have to fill that up in this episode. Taking a look at the price of lettuce, it's at the bottom of the barrel right now, and we have a lot of it, so we definitely don't want to sell it right now. If we can wait another month or so, we can get maximum profit from it. And I tell you what, if we wait a couple more months, we're going to have so much lettuce, we're not going to know what to do with it. I mean, we're going to be eating salad for the rest of our lives. Who wants to do that? And taking a look at our goats, they are out of water. And we're going to need to fill them up with water, because they need water in order to survive. And there is our sheep. We don't need to give them water. They have enough grass. And that is great. So I guess the first thing we're going to do, we got to go fill up the Ghost with water. All right, hopping in the old tractor here. Where is our water tank? It's right there. And we can just back this thing up. Oh God, don't run into it. Jeez, a whiz. And in between the last episode and this episode, I was going to wash the tractor, but I didn't do it. So maybe that's something that we do in this episode. We'll see. Right now, though, we have got to get this water tanker close to the water so that we can fill her on up. And there we go. Filling up the water tank with the water. We're going to go over here and fill up the goats with water so that they're happy and they keep producing some more goat milk. I think the price of goat milk is on the decline, so we're not going to be able to sell any of that anytime soon. But what we are going to do in this episode is we're going to talk about our bank account, which right now has $59,000 in it. Now, we had talked before about actually buying a residence, like a house that we can call our own. I mean, what we don't want to do is keep having to bug Walter and sleeping at his place. All right, we have got to figure out how to get this water in here. I mean, it is so difficult to back this water tanker up.
Many months later.
All right, there we go. We finally did it. We ran over our this little tool that we have for the front of the pallet fork. All right, but that's it. Just a tiny bit of water goes in this goat pen, and we got to get this little tool out of the way. But while we have a tank full of water, let's try and fill up the rest of these greenhouses. Try not to hit into any of this lettuce. And this is going to be a pretty difficult task here. All right, there we go. Dumping off the water. We'll do this a couple times. We're going to get all these greenhouses filled with water, and then we're going to get rid of that piece of equipment that's just kind of laying around. We bought the, it's a front loader attacher that we tried to use to pick up logs, and it didn't really work. We didn't really end up doing any wood transport jobs, so we don't need that piece of equipment. We can just go ahead and sell it. So we're going to take care of that right now and get these greenhouses filled up with water. All right, well, there it is. The greenhouses are filled up, and I tell you what, getting to this greenhouse over here, big pain in the ass with all these trees in the way. I kind of feel like we should chop down these trees and sort of clean up this area a little bit. But these trees won't fit in the current sawmill. Perhaps we should buy another sawmill. I mean, you know, if you think about it, it really isn't a bad idea. Let's go ahead and park this trailer right over here. We'll just leave it sitting right there. It's got some water in it, which is fine. I mean, I feel like we could cut down the trees in this area, clean it up a bit. Maybe we could even put another little parking pad over there. All right, new month, we'll take a look at the things in the used vehicle section. We still have that awesome Case tractor there. We've got a Brant Beaver Tail trailer that can transport vehicles. We do have a Valtra T-Series tractor. This thing's got some horsepower to it. Let's take a look. Wow, check this thing out. Now, it doesn't have an option for a front loader, but again, we already have a front loader. I mean, this thing is pretty cool. Currently sitting at 210 horsepower. We could make it 271, but oh boy, that's going to cost us an additional $47,000. We don't have that kind of money. And I was wrong. Scrolling down, you can have a front loader attacher on this thing. I mean, that is a pretty cool tractor right there, 210 horsepower. I mean, if we put a front loader attacher on it, it would only cost us $84,000. Tell you what, that's something to keep in mind here as we go along through this episode. It's a pretty good bargain for this Valtra tractor. And we also got a Distinction triple hopper. It's a trailer used to just transport stuff, but it goes on a big like tractor trailer rig, so we don't have that, so that's kind of pointless. Now here's the Valtra tractor from the store. Normally $173,000, but it's a pretty good bargain at $84,000 in the used vehicle market. Well, taking a look at our options for a sawmill, we could buy a huge one for $300,000. We definitely don't have that kind of money. There is the Wood Miser LT15 sawmill. This one's only $150,000. I guess we could buy that at some point. And the other option is just to buy another small sawmill, but I feel like it's kind of like buying a small greenhouse. I mean, it's not a waste of money, but if you can save up and buy the medium or the big sawmill, that's probably the way to go. So something to think about. We'll have to start saving up our money for maybe a bigger sawmill, and then we can cut down these trees and we can throw them in the sawmill and fill it up with wood. Now we do have to talk about buying a house eventually, or we could keep sleeping at Walter's place during the colder months of the season. I do like this mobile unit here. We'd have to find a spot to put it. I mean, we could put it right here on the edge of our property. But I tell you what, I kind of like it back over in here. I mean, we could kind of put it right here behind these greenhouses and let it sit there. So that is definitely an option for us too. We'd have our first house, our first place we could call our own that's not the tent. I mean, speaking of the tent, we could put the house back up here on this hill. I mean, that's kind of cool. Just sort of sit it back here where the tent was. It's up on the hill. We can overlook the farm. We got some trees around us. And then we can get rid of that tent. So that's not a bad idea either. Let me know in the comments down below, should we put the house back over here behind these greenhouses? Maybe we should put it up on the hill with the tent, or can we just keep the tent and save up enough money to actually buy Walter's house? I mean, down here, Walter's little house here, $172,000. I don't know how long it would take for us to make that kind of money. Maybe after the next grass harvest and selling off all of our lettuce, we'd have enough money to buy this plot of land here. I mean, it's got some other buildings on it. Looks like it's got a chicken coop already on it. But this could then be our main base of operations here. Walter's getting older, you know, he doesn't really want to be farming anymore. So maybe it would help him out too by relieving him of his farming duties. He can go off in the sunset and retire. Or maybe he could work for us, but we would own the land. I really like this idea, $172,000. So maybe we'll go visit Walter. We'll start sleeping in his place for the colder months and go into sort of like negotiations to see if he will be willing to sell this property to us. Seems kind of fun. Well, we got to take our fertilizer and fertilize some of the areas that are newly plowed. We want the whole field to be at 100% fertilized. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to back up here to the fertilizer spreader, and we're going to go back around the edges where we created the new field. We'll probably waste a lot of fertilizer doing this, but we do have fertilizer in here, so why not? All right, let's back that camera out. I'm going to change the width here, if I can figure out how to do that. Oh, there we go. Changing the width. Let's go ahead and turn on the fertilizer spreader, and let's just go around the edge of this field. Let's just make sure everything's nice and fertilized up to 100%, and that will that'll make us happy. All right, there we go. I think we got all of the areas. You can see it's a little bit of a darker shade on the ground, so I think we covered all of our bases. We got this little strip in the middle. So let's go ahead and put our fertilizer spreader back. And then we will go on to some bigger and better things for this episode. All right, there we go. Fertilizer spreader is back. Next thing we have to do, let's sell this big front tool, whatever this thing is here that's laying on the ground. We're going to go ahead and drop off our pallet fork. There we go. Let's go ahead and pick up this tool here. We can take it to the shop, we can sell it, or we can just sell it right here. $2,151. I mean, I don't know. Is it worth it driving all the way to the shop, wasting the gas just to get a couple more bucks for it? I think we're just going to sell it right from here. And $2,151, and that's fine. Bam, gone. I mean, honestly, now I'm kind of thinking, do we want to sell the John Deere tractor? I mean, we could take to the shop, probably get a little bit over $50,000 for it. We could buy that voucher tractor for 77 or 84, whatever it was, with the front loader. Man, we'd have 210 horsepower. So we'd be moving up and upgrading, and you know, our net money spent would probably only be, I don't know, $30,000, something like that. Man, big decisions to make here in today's episode. The other thing we have to do is look at some contracts. We've got a cultivating contract for almost $19,000, field number 24. We've got another deadwood contract we could do. It's only $750, and that's a location that I'm not too fond of, so maybe we could get rid of this contract. Basically, we accept it, we cancel it, and then maybe a new one will spawn in a better location. We do have a fertilizing contract for $1,800. Bunch of harvesting stuff that we can't do. And look, 2 plowing contracts. Boy, I'm glad we bought that plow. These are going to total about $10,500. So all in all, about $30,000 in jobs right here that we could do. And that's actually the cost of upgrading the tractor. Tell you what, let's get to work. First things first, the cultivating contract, $18,000, actually almost $19,000. Let's go ahead and accept that. And one thing we forgot to do is to change the time scale back, because time is ticking away and we're going to need some time to finish that cultivating contract. All right, let's go ahead and accept these plowing contracts as well. Why not? All right, so we got a cultivating and some plowing contracts, probably going to get us about $29,000 just for those. And then we also have a fertilizing contract for some additional money. So, oh, and look, wood beams have spawned. We've got a pallet of wood beams, and that is awesome. That's going to make us a pretty penny. Let's check on the price of that. Wood beams, $10,000. Man, I tell you what, this episode, we're making some money here. And if we get another $30,000, maybe $40,000 from all this work and selling that wood, we're working our way towards being able to buy Walter's piece of property there. All right, let's go do this cultivating contract. It's field number 24, so it's up this way. Then we'll come back, we'll grab the plow, we'll go do the plowing contracts. We'll collect our money. Tell you what, I mean, I don't want to use the word rich, but we're getting rich. All right, here it is. Boy, this is a huge field. And we did the plowing contract on this field a couple episodes ago in between those episodes. So let's go ahead. We are going to use the GPS lines. We want to be as efficient as possible here. We'll go 4 headlands, and there we go. Let's go ahead and lower this cultivator. And let's get to work.
Free. gentle flame, calling out again. Listen to the sky. Tears like
All right, well, there it is. Job completed. I'll tell you what, that was a big job. And thank God we're done. So now, I guess the plan is let's go drop this cultivator off. We've got 2 plowing jobs to complete, but we sucked up, I don't know, about a half tank of gas out of this tractor. So one of the things we're going to have to do is to stop by the gas station on the way to one of the plowing jobs, and we will fill up this tractor with some gas. All right, we got our plow. We are now heading to field number 41. We're going to plow that field, and then we'll probably go hit the gas station, put some gas in the tractor, and then we will be back to our last plowing job. And I don't know where the hell I'm going. I drove right past the job. So let's head up this way to field number 41. Now this plowing job's not going to take us too long to do. It's going to be a lot of fun. Before we start this plowing job though, let's go ahead back into the contracts. Completed our cultivating contract. We'll collect the money. And there it is, bam. All right, bank account now up to $80,000. And that is pretty awesome. All right, let's back this thing up. We're going to lower down the plow. There we go, unfolding it. Lowering the plow down. Let's get this job done. All right, well there it is. The plowing contracts are done. We filled the tractor up with gas, we repaired it, and now we are heading back to the farm. We got to decide, we got some time left in the day. Are there more contracts to do, or is there something else that we want to do here? Let's go ahead and collect the money from these contracts. There we go, $90,000 in the bank account. That is absolutely awesome. And we have to decide if we wait another month and then we sell off our silage again, then at that point we're gonna have, I don't know, probably about $150,000, $160,000 in the bank, which is almost enough to buy Walter's property. Maybe a few more contracts and we'll be able to do it. We could start a whole new base of operations down there. And that is definitely something to think about. So let me know in the comments down below if that's something that we should strive for, or should we just keep building up what we have around our current location and maybe just buy like a little trailer house. I'm kind of leaning more towards buying Walter's farm from him and then kind of, you know, starting to build some more stuff. I mean, we can really turn that piece of property into something. It's big enough where we can sell off some of the barns that we don't need. We can put more greenhouses on that property, have a lot of income coming in. There's also some fields near there. We could put some more sheep there, some more goats. I mean, sky's the limit. We could actually put a little sawmill down there, and maybe we could have a second little sawmill operation going. Who knows? Leave it in the comments down below. What do you guys think we should do here? We're gonna have a little bit of money burning a hole in our pockets. All right, back here on the farm, let's go ahead and drop this plow off. We're gonna put our front loader back on because we do have some wood that we are gonna sell. And I tell you what, I'm gonna take this plow and drop it over here by the cultivator because we are gonna need to wash these things. Let's go ahead and back this up over here. Definitely want to take care of our equipment. All right, there we go. Plow's dropped off. We can wash those two pieces of equipment. Let's go put our front loader back on. We're going to get this pallet of long beams. We're going to take it to the playground. It's an additional $10,000. I mean, we're going to have $100,000 left in just a couple minutes. All right, there we go. Front loader is back on the tractor. And the other option that we have too, I totally forgot, we got this tractor sitting in the used vehicle section, the Valtra tractor. It's got a lot more horsepower than what we have now. All right, let's go ahead and pick up these wood beams. A little off center, but I tell you what, we're gonna take this to the playground just like this. And we're gonna try the method that we did a couple videos ago where we just free fall the wood beams and they will sell in midair. And that's pretty cool. All right, taking a look inside the tractor, and I tell you what, these wood beams look like they're about to fall off, and hopefully they don't. I mean, that's gonna mess up our day, and it's gonna mess up the days of anyone driving by in traffic. All right, here we are arriving at the playground. Now let's go ahead and try this method where we just lift these things up. And let's just dump them on down. Here we go. Oh, and they're stuck.
Many months later.
Oh, bam, there we go. $10,639 in the bank. Our total bank account now, $100,000. That is pretty cool. Now we've got one more thing that we really need to do, and that's get back to the farm. We're going to grab our pallet of wool, and we're going to take our wool to the spinnery, drop it off there, and we'll check to see if there's anything else we really have to do. Oh my God, we just crushed a stop sign, and that's it's typical here on the farm in this series. We're running over signs. Good Lord. Oh shit, oh God, no, the train's coming, oh my God. Oh God, we got stuck trying to get across the train tracks and the train just booted our tractor. Oh my goodness. Well, thank God, we're still alive, and only by the skin of our teeth. Wow, that was exciting. All right, back on the farm real quick before we do anything else. Let's check to see if there are any more contracts we can do. And look at this. We have 3 new cultivating contracts to do. 8,000, that's 15, about $26,000 in cultivating contracts. We also have a new deadwood contract, but that is in a location that I don't want to mess with. I hate going up there. We're going to take the deadwood contract. We're going to cancel it out. And then we are going to hopefully have a new one spawn there. We do still have a fertilizing contract. And down here, we've just got this rock removal contract. I tell you what, 3 new cultivating contracts, about $26,000 in contracts, and that is awesome. I think we should go ahead and do all 3 of these, and maybe that's something we'll save for the next episode. Only time will tell. All right, so $100,000 in the bank. Let's go ahead and wash this equipment off so that we keep it nice. And we got to think, you know, all we need is probably $30,000 more. We can buy another large sheep pen. We can put sheep in it and double the production of our wool so far. I mean, that always sounds like a good idea. Or we can keep saving the money and we can, you know, work our way up to buying Walter's piece of property there. And then we can have that as our new base of operations. And from there, we can work more greenhouses. We can put sheep on that plot of land. I don't know. There's a lot of things we could do right now with this money. A lot of decisions to be made. And I tell you what, I'm probably going to wait and figure that out after we take our pallet of wool over to the spinnery. All right, just double checking, making sure these things are all washed off. And we're going to keep these in good condition. And we got to get to the tractor. I don't know if we can reach. And no, we can't. But we'll just do it from here. And let's see if the water will be good enough to get this tractor nice and clean. We want to keep the tractor clean. It definitely helps with the maintenance. If your tractors are dirty, from everything I read and everything I hear, if you keep the tractors dirty and you don't wash them off, the wear and tear is exponentially quicker than if you keep them nice and clean. And that goes with equipment too. So it looks like this tractor is nice and clean. We got the cultivator nice and clean. We got the plow nice and clean. Everything's nice and clean. Let's go ahead and put this back. Let's hop in our tractor. We're going to go over to our pallet of wool. We'll take our pallet of wool to the spinnery. We'll dump it in there. We'll take a look and see on the progress of the fabric that's being produced. And I think that is a lot for this episode. I mean, we did a lot of contracts. We made a lot of money. And we are setting ourselves up in a really good position here. I'm really excited that in a couple months we are going to have so much lettuce to sell. I mean, the farmers market's not going to know what to do with us. They're going to be like, hey, stop bringing all this lettuce over here, pal. But we're going to have the monopoly on lettuce in the town of Riverbend Springs. All the other farmers are going to stop making lettuce because they're not going to be able to compete with us. And that is the lovely thing about capitalism and a free market society. We can control all of the lettuce production in Riverbend Springs. And that's awesome. All right, let's work our way over to the spinnery. We have to cut up this way. Let's see if we can fit through. Oh, we can't fit under here. Come on. That's ridiculous. We just... too tall of a tractor. Oh, and speaking of tractors, I've been thinking about buying another tractor. I mean, something else we could do with our money. We could buy a second tractor. And maybe we could use that tractor to do contract work. And we can hire our friends to help us out running a second tractor doing contract work, and basically it'll give us more income while we do other things around the farm. I mean, the question is, do we have enough work around the farm to do multiple contracts? But I think we do. I think there's enough contracts out there. We have enough equipment out there that we can do multiple contracts with multiple tractors. We would definitely have to hire our friends to help us out running a second tractor, but man, I mean, it seems like a good idea to me, but I want you guys to let me know in the comments whether or not that's something that you think we should do. All right, here we go, another pallet of wool, and that's the wrong place to put it. Oh my God, I forgot we got to put it over on the other side of the spinnery. All right, let's swoop this thing up, put it over on the other side, and it's another 1,000 liters of wool going into this spinnery. There we go. Bam. Another 1,000 liters of wool in the spinnery. Let's go ahead and check on our spinnery here. And there it is, 3,571 liters of wool still in there. We have 142 liters of fabric already that has been made. And it seems like this thing might go a little bit slow with the fabric production, but that's fine. I mean, we are working our way towards having the Tailor Shop. So I tell you what, that's where we're gonna leave today's episode. We have $100,000 in the bank. We have 3 cultivating contracts that we still need to do, and we'll probably do those in the next episode. I might do them off camera in between episodes, but I'll probably wait to do those cultivating contracts in the next episode. And yeah, we've got some decisions to make, so leave it in the comments. What are we gonna do with our money? Should we save it up? Should we buy some more sheep? Should we save it up? Should we buy Walter's property? I think that would be a great idea. We could just expand the farm. Should we buy a second tractor? I mean, all of these decisions have to be made. At the end of those 3 cultivating contracts coming up, we're probably gonna have about $125,000. We still have another round of silage in a couple months that we could sell, so that's probably gonna be another $60,000. Gonna set us up nice to buy Walter's property or to buy sheep. And then we have lettuce that we're gonna sell, and I don't even know how much that's gonna bring us, but it's probably gonna be a pretty penny. So let me know in the comments down below, what direction are we going in, or are we going in multiple directions? I don't know. But that said, I want to thank you guys for sticking with me. Thanks for all the love and support on the channel. Thanks for watching the video. And most importantly, thank you guys for letting me be a part of your day. It means a lot. And we're going to see you right back here in the next video.